Let's make chocolate cola cake. Now this is one of those classic Southern desserts that is absolutely delicious and it brings back such fond memories. Back in the day when I was dating this guy, who is now my husband, we went on a trip down to Charleston, South Carolina, and we visited this really nice restaurant called Justine's. It's no longer there, but one of the things that I fondly remember is their chocolate cola cake. And so I'm gonna share the recipe. Now this recipe only calls for a few ingredients. The main star is gonna be a boxed cake mix. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this boxed cake mix even better by adding some eggs and some good old Coca-Cola. Then we're gonna top it with a delicious glaze that's gonna take powdered sugar, cocoa powder, and I'm gonna add some pecans to that glaze today, just because. However, you don't have to do that. All right, let's get started. First, we're gonna start off by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit before we even get to these ingredients. Now, we're gonna add our cake mix to a big bowl along with a few other ingredients to make that cake even better. So I've got a 15.25 ounce of chocolate cake mix. Interesting that they sell different sizes. If you can't find this, the 13 ounce will work fine. But we're gonna add that to a bowl. Yummy. We're also gonna add 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. And like always, I'm going to break those into a separate bowl just to make sure I don't get any shell in my cake. And I'm gonna give these a little bit of a whiskey before I add it in there. Adding that. Can't have a cola cake without some cola. Just checking. I'm gonna add that to our cake as well. Oh, it's bubbling up. Maybe I should mix it while I'm adding it. That's so silly. And that's pretty much the base of our cake. We want to mix this until it's well combined. I like to add a little bit at a time. Voila! Stir it up. Stir it up, little darling. Stir it up. This looks really pretty. I don't want to overmix it though. So our batter is nice and mixed, and I'm going to pour it in a greased sheet pan to bake in my oven. Now I know a lot of people are going to be like, can you do this in an air fryer? And you can. I've actually made this in my air fryer, and I've got full detailed instructions on how to do that as well on my website. Let me grab my baking dish. I'm gonna use my glass one. Let me spray. I wonder if I have any spray stuff left. Oh, a little bit. Okay. Just so it doesn't stick. Pouring the batter. Pouring the batter. You know, somebody in my family, it was my husband, said I couldn't sing. Kind of hurt my feelings. I'm a very good singer. Everyone knows I'm a good singer. 'Cause I be singing in the kitchen. Make sure you get all the batter in the pan. So I've poured my cake mix in my 13x9 baking dish, and I'm gonna put that in that preheated oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. All right, I'll be back. And our cake is nice and baked and beautiful. But in order to determine if it's really done, I'm going to check it with a toothpick. It's so pretty, I don't even wanna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, look. It's finished. And now we're gonna set our cake to the side and make our delicious cola frosting. All right, so to make our frosting, we're gonna, oh shoot, too hot. Add some butter. You wanna do it over medium heat. That happens. Ha ha ha. And I'm gonna add some cocoa powder to it. And if you notice that you do that, what I just did, and your butter fizzles up really quickly, as long as it doesn't turn black, you're good. because you don't want your butter to be black because then it'll be bitter. I'm going to go ahead and whisk these together. Play with this temp because I don't want this to burn. I'm also going to add in my cola. It's about 6 tablespoons exactly. 6. Great. Now you can see my mixture is starting to have little bubbles. I don't want this to boil too long or do too much of anything. So now that my mixture has started to bubble, I'm going to go ahead and immediately remove it from the heat. And now I'm going to slowly add in some powdered sugar, because if you try to add the frosting as is, it's going to be bitter because it's literally cocoa powder and cola. So I'm just going to whisk in some powdered sugar until it's fully dissolved. Just keep whisking it in. It's a very thick. Now you can see my frosting is nice and glossy. If you find that your frosting is too thick after adding your powdered sugar, just add a little bit more cola to it to loosen it up. And because I want some pecans in the crust, I've got some really, really crushed pecans. I'm just gonna add it into the frosting. Just cause, do a little bit of a crunch. This is so pretty. All right, now I'm gonna spread this on the cake. Ooh. Look, it's already kind of starting to bubble a little bit. Ooh. Oh. I probably should have went in a certain order. Oh, voila. So let me get all of that down. This looks amazing. I want to eat it right now. And this will be enough frosting to frost your whole cake. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm going to use my spatula just to get it on the edges as well. And this is one of those cakes that you're just going to serve out of the dish you bake it in. We're not going to try to, unless you take it off before you frost it, but wow, that looks so good. I'm so hungry. So once we frosted our cake, we're going to let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. That's going to give that frosting a chance to solidify, and it'll even be better. Okay, I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Now that our frosting has cooled, I'm going to go ahead and cut some slices. Actually, I'm just going to cut one slice. It's a big slice. And you can see how the frosting has that like crackly type top. Reminds me of the restaurant we went to. Should I eat an end piece or another piece? I don't know, I'm good too. So gooey. I won't act like it's the prettiest thing. The frosting. It's actually really good. Oh no, I'm acting like I'm surprised. All right, let me get that slice of cake out. Yummy. Alrighty. All that frosting and ooey gooey chocolateness. Now it's time for us to eat some cake. Same fork. Ooh, scraping up my, oh, it's so fluffy and oh my gosh, this is perfect. Oh. Just like I remember, absolutely delicious and amazing. All right, guys, until the next time, bye. This is so good. Hey Google, what's 12 minus, 7.5? 4.9. Okay.
Y'all went to college,
right? I also went to law school. I also argued in front of the Chief Justice of the United States of America.
And
yes.
You don't know what simple math is.
I don't.
I actually do. It just takes a while for me.
I graduated with high honors from my law school, sir.
And that's on
It's on Magna Cum Laude Day.
What are y'all talking about?
That's what high honors is.